based here in Atlanta. And yeah, I help busy entrepreneurs make money off email marketing and text SMS marketing. So let's hop into it. We wanted to talk about, well, you know, it's sales season, right? So as sales season coming up, kicking off with breast cancer awareness, then you have Black Friday, Halloween, New Year's, Christmas, you know, it's sales season, right? First and foremost, a lot of people think, let me just throw up a discount, you know? And
who thinks that way, Ciitii? Don't nobody think that way. Who you talking to? You talking to me?
Yeah. A lot of people love just throwing up discounts and just praying and hoping, like they don't even have a whole, you know, campaign rolled out or anything. They just like, oh, let me mark my website down 50%, you know. But there's the strategy to sell, especially when you're having them like back to back, like Labor Day, breast cancer. You have so many, right? You don't want to burn your audience out. So one of the things like that you hired me for was to help funnel your back end, right? Set up your email sequence. So if you guys aren't using email sequences, I highly advise you guys, especially if you sell on an e-com platform, I would recommend Klaviyo. And you need at least, the most important series is your welcome series, your thank you series, your win back series, and your abandoned cart, right? But there's also another series that I would highly recommend you adding, what is abandoned checkout. So the difference between abandoned cart and abandoned checkout is, abandoned cart is the first action somebody does on your website when they add something to the cart. They may not make it to checkout, and a lot of people get this confused. They feel like abandoned cart and abandoned checkout is the same thing,
right?
And it's not. Oh, you want me to wait? Sorry.
No, I was turning up the volume so I can hear. I'm over here taking notes. Every time I'm with you, I'm taking notes too. I hope y'all are taking good notes.
So a lot of people feel like those are the same series, and they're not. They're two different actions, right? So abandoned cart is when somebody has added something to their cart, they haven't made it to checkout. Abandoned checkout is they made it all the way to checkout, and then maybe the shipping was too much or something like that. So it's two different actions where you can help capitalize a customer's journey. So those are the most two important ones that you also need: abandoned cart and abandoned checkout, right? Now, with email campaigns going up, on average, Dr. Shanon, how many we send a month? Generally 12 emails, 3 a week. 12 emails a month.
Monday, like about Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then if there's something special, we do the special occasions.
Right. So when it's sales season, you guys, emails is very important because, believe it or not, that's like when your open rate is at its highest. Like people are looking for those coupons, they're looking for those deals, they're looking for the exclusive offers, they're looking for the sneak peeks, the VIPs, all that good stuff, right? So generally, for instance, breast cancer is next month. So she wanted to talk about breast cancer, right? I am doing a class Thursday. Dr. Shanon, throw that pitch in there real quick so they know it's Thursday, 8 p.m.
Believe it or not, that's like when your open rate is at its highest. Like people are looking for those coupons, they're looking for those deals, they're looking for the exclusive offers, they're looking for the sneak peeks, the VIPs, all that good stuff, right? So generally, for instance, breast cancer is next month. So she wanted to talk about breast cancer, right? I am doing a class Thursday. Dr. Shanon, throw that pitch in there real quick so they know it's Thursday, 8 p.m.
Yep. How do I? Oh, okay. I think Meg has got it to where the Instagram is actually showing on the YouTube right now.
Okay, great. So yeah, I'll be doing a class on in her community, teaching inside of the Shopify. But what I was saying was, breast cancer is about to roll out next month, right? A lot of people are gonna wait to the last minute to try to get their trinkets, their bundle deals, whatever. If you go into major retail stores right now, Walmart, City Trends, Family Dollars, just a couple of places I've seen, they already have breast cancer stuff out. So honestly, as a small business owner, you need to be ahead, not on time, which means you could be rolling out your breast cancer campaign within the next week or so. Therefore, you can ship the stuff to the customers in enough time where in October, they can wear it, you can have actual reviews, and you can do a possibly restock at that time. So you get upfront money. I call it upfront money and back end money. I love to start campaigns at least 3 weeks early. I'm an early bird type of person, not an on time, Because if I'm on time, somebody already doing it. That's my motto with my clients. I always try to at least roll out campaigns up to 3 weeks, whether I want to do a sneak peek or if you want to do some type of special incentive for your loyalty, high reward program, people that always buy, however you want to market it to make it look cute, then you can do it that way. All right. So that's another key point, making sure that you're ahead and not on time. And what I mean by that, your emails need to start rolling out at least 3 weeks prior, but also have somewhere you can collect this data. So landing pages, pop-ups, text numbers, when you see people say text 4555 to this number, you should always be collecting data, not just sending somebody somewhere, but actually collecting that data, actually collecting a wait list or a landing page or something that you can always reach back out and segmentate those people, right? Because here's another thing, when you're sending emails and you're sending a general email to your whole email list that doesn't apply to somebody, that's the easiest way to get someone, number one, unengaged, but number two, make them unsubscribe because they feel like, well, you're not talking to me. I always buy from you. What do you mean? Hey, haven't seen you, Right. So you want to make sure that you are segmentating your back end list so you know who you're talking to based upon people that never bought, first time buyers, returning customers, loyalty. There's so many ways you can segmentate your list. Don't get too caught up in that, but definitely at least have a win back, an unengagement segmentation, and a VIP. At least those three. So you talking to people that may always come in your site, lurk. Those are unengaged people. They never buy anything. They just come and lurk, shop around, look around. And then you have your win back. Win back is people that have not shopped in 30, 60, 90 days, however you want to segmentate that. Mm-hmm. And then you have your VIP people. That may be people that shop with you 2 or more times. You can segment it. You can set it up however you like, what classifies as a VIP on the back end, you guys. Okay, so that's very important when it comes to segmentation. That's like a little mini breakdown. And again, I'm doing class Thursday, so I don't want to get too much on this live because then you won't come to the class. But yeah, so I just wanted to let you guys know it's sales season number 1. Here's another thing I think is very important when you're rolling out campaigns. Some may even overlap themselves. Be very what's the word I'm looking for? Be very mindful of your incentives that you're giving, right? So Labor Day just passed, right? So let's just say you did a 50% off and now breast cancer or Halloween is about to come up, and then you do like a 20% off or 70% off or something, mm-hmm. right? Somebody that always shop with you, or people that, how can I put this? Not your loyal customers. Sometimes if you create a habit of giving extreme discounts, people will only shop when you're doing 50, 60. So you're not even meeting, your average order quota because you're so heavily discounting, and you only see an influx of sales when you're heavily discounting. I always do tier discounting. Mm-hmm. So it's based upon like, what is my average order on my website? If you don't know what your average order is on your website, write it down, do your homework. So number 1, here's a little incentive marketing tip. You can always make your average order your free shipping guide, right? So a lot of y'all go to your website, people like free shipping over $100, and nothing on your site probably costs over $30. Which means I have to buy at least 4 to 6 items. Most people come in the shop for 1 or 2 things. That doesn't make sense. So figuring out what your average order is, whether it's $59.99, $49.99, you want to go maybe $10 above that to incentivize somebody to get the free shipping. Amazon does it to us all the time, But that's one way to increase your order volume. That's another way to get people to add more to the order volume, where if I came for one thing and I just need to spend $6 more to get free shipping, okay, let me go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes they'll spend $11 to avoid $6 shipping. Right. We're just thinking getting more bang for our buck, right? Right. We're not thinking like, oh, I'm spending more money. It just sounds good to us, right? Mm-hmm. So that's one little hack that I always tell people during sales season. Make sure your average order volume match your shipping. All right. The next thing about sales season is understanding your customers. Do you have a high returning or do you have a high acquisition, new people, right? I think one of the biggest mistakes in e-com, right? Well, I'm not going to say right now, but a lot of people are thirsty for sales. So they just heavily discounting everything, right? Versus I'm the type of person, I have multiple strategies, but I'm going to share one strategy that's my favorite. It always works, right?
Right.
If I have a client that has stuff sitting on the shelf, right? The first thing I'll do is do an out of stock campaign, like a restock. Now, again, this person may have hundreds in stock, but it's not selling.
Mm-hmm.
So the first thing I would do is I won't mark it down. I would make it go as is an out of stock item. And then I'll start sending restock alerts saying, hey, this product is coming soon. What do you think about this? Like bringing attention, because most of the time people aren't paying attention. If you have a lot of products on the site, you know what I'm saying? You have to have focal items. And if I see something that's not doing good, I bring it to the forefront. I'll make it go out of stock. I'll do a restock campaign. You know, I'll start it. There's an app called Back in Stock, right? So if you take something out of stock, you can put this app where they go on the website and they'll register to get an alert for when it comes back. So you can see who's interested. You can like gauge to see who's interested in this. That's another thing too. So then we do the restock campaign. We finally drop and it's selling at its full price. I'm not losing money because I have to discount to sell it. You know what I'm saying? That's not my go-to. I always tell my clients when something isn't selling, number one, just do a restock campaign on it, or number two, bundle it with something else. But heavily discounting should not be the first option. So that's just like a little gem that I wanted to give about that. And then
can I add something there, Ciitii? Yeah. I know you don't go. I just wanted to say to everyone that Ciitii is helping me recover from the condition of discountitis.
Yes.
Let me tell y'all, I was doing 50%, 75%, because my inventory is pretty much 100% digital, right? So I'm not selling products. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, well, I can discount my stuff to get people success. And I was getting people success, but I was still heavily discounting stuff. So you got to imagine, this is the culture that I created for almost 2 years because I wanted people to join my my continuity offer. I wanted them to join the monthly membership. So I was like, well, if they join the monthly membership, then they get this 50 and 75% off discount. What it was doing is it was killing my business over time. I didn't notice it right away because it was getting me membership. But what it was doing is it was creating a culture, just like Ciitii explained to me. You create a culture of discount people, free people, and cheapo people. And literally how you get them is how you got to keep them, right? That's what they say.
They only gonna shop when you give them a discount. They not gonna pay nothing full price. And also, I also tell you this a lot on our calls, like you guys, when you have a culture of, I'm not calling them cheap, but budget worthy people, those people are not the people that screaming high and low to bring new people into your business. Right. They're not the ones that, because they don't see no value in it. Number one, people often that pay full price, or people that feels that something is of quality, they're more likely to brag upon it. Versus something that's so heavily discounted, guess what? They're going to share your ebook link. They're going to get a friend your login when they only paid $9. Right. But here they go, sharing the Zoom link. You know, they're not trying to bring people in. So that's a big business killer. And I always tell my clients, if anything, I love apps that reward customer behavior. So we install many different apps that'll give you coupons and all this kind of stuff, loyalty rewards, affiliates programs. There's many ways you can get discounts and all this good stuff, but we just not sitting here discounting stuff for the hell of it to make money, because at this point you're not even making a profit. And also in the class, I will break down, a lot of people don't understand the difference between gross and net profit. What you bring home and what you make is two different things. Okay, so you be seeing these screenshots, people be talking about, oh yeah, I made $100K. Okay, after you paid your employees, after you had chargebacks, after you paid rent, after you paid shipping, after you paid inventory, how much did you make then? Okay, gross and net profit is two different things in business. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that in class too, because that's very important. We in the fourth quarter, a lot of people trying to recoup because it's a slow season.
And you know, is it just me, or was it really like like, I know usually around August, it starts to drop because the attention is on the kids. But this season right here was a little scary, a little rocky. It's picking back up. But
you want me to tell you, I'm going to be honest. I have clients that excel in what's called a slow season. And I have clients that feel like, oh my God, my business was murdered. I can say the difference is how hard each client went. Like, I have clients that upped their marketing budget and went balls to the wall. They was on every podcast show. They were shooting content around the clock. They was uploading 6 YouTube videos a week versus 2. And then I had clients that were stressed the hell out with personal shit, and they ain't sending their emails. They posted one time a week.
What?
So it's a great reflection.
What kind of clients you got like that? They need to be fired.
No, honestly, you know, everybody go through stuff. I mean, somebody can
talking about me, Ciitii. Like, I was talking about me, but I appreciate.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's a lot of business owners right now because, especially when you are a part-time entrepreneur and you still work a full-time job, you trying to juggle it all. You got kids, you got the pets, you got sports, you trying to do you. But I always tell people, marketing is the last thing that you should cut. That'd be the first thing people want to cut. They want to cut the social media manager. They want to cut the ads off. They want to cut, you know, marketing is the heartbeat of a business. Marketing is how your business is seen, talked about, thrive, you know. So if you cut the heartbeat of, how do you think the business is gonna thrive? You're just throwing up them raggedy ass sales and think somebody gonna buy?
Ooh, ain't they raggedy though? Ain't they raggedy? I can say they raggedy now that I ain't.
They raggedy. They raggedy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I look at certain business when I see them doing a lot of sales, I be thinking, is something wrong with their product? Like, why they so, you know, it put you never know how a person thinks. Like, I was scared to shop on Shein for a long time because I'm like, why is it so cheap?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the clothes gotta be raggedy, you know? It took me a long time to finally, like, my daughter actually start like shopping on Shein. And I'm like, oh, it's not bad quality. But here, Shein has a method. They can afford it. They have 1 million customers. You know what I'm saying? They can afford to have a bottom line under $20.
Yeah.
Versus a small business that has 100 customers on average a day. We can afford to have a bottom line of $20. We need the $50, $60 quota marks to make our quota. So the difference is customer retention. You know what I'm saying? So when people looking at Shein and they like, oh, it's cheap. No. They playing a numbers game. They probably have over 1 million customer website views, right? They probably have over 10,000 orders a day. So the average business owner may be getting less than 100 store visits a day, which means you're getting less than 100 orders a day because that's not even 1%. You know what I'm saying? If you play the numbers.
Right.
So if you're looking at numbers, you know, a lot of people, they looking at their inventory. You keep adding shit to the website. It ain't inventory sometimes.
This is what my tribe needs to hear, because here's the thing. We do a different design every single week, right? Every single week we do a different design. And even if they put all of those designs, like every single week, up on their websites and did those variations, it still doesn't mean that something is wrong with your product.
Right.
If something is wrong, like you said, with the traffic coming to your site, well, we needed to hear that.
It's not
so we need
enough people. Okay. I always tell people, like you go to Slutty Vegan. I studied Slutty Vegan when she first released her restaurant, right? And I remember she pointed out, like, her menu is very limited because she says when somebody walked up, and we do it all the time. We go to a restaurant and there's so much stuff on the menu. We don't know what we want, but then we feel pressure because it's a line behind us and we take it too long. So then we end up picking something we don't want.
Right.
Versus if you go to Slutty Vegan, she has like 4 things on the menu. She has a bestsellers, then she has a, you know, thing of the week, and then she has like 2 other choices. You're more likely to buy something that's marketed to you, that's told to you, oh, this is a bestseller. This is the burger of the week. This is this. You're more likely to go to that versus me picking on my own. So that's the same thing when it comes to marketing. I go to somebody's website, even when I go to Shein, I'm not just on there looking. Like, either I'm going there because I seen something, I seen somebody I like, and I'm going to look for it. But when somebody has too many options and I don't have no directions, either I'm going to scroll a couple of times and then I'm off because it's clutteredness. It's too much.
Right.
You know, so I always tell people, and it's good to also rotate your site out. Why do you put all your inventory on the site at one time? Why? Because at this point, inventory just sits. And now you have to play this game of, now I got a discount because ain't nobody buying.
Right.
Versus when you should have had a strategy. You know, every 4 weeks, you know, maybe you do a bi-weekly drop. Maybe you do once a month drop. Everything is about strategy and also understanding your customer behavior. So if you know you have a high returning rate of customers that's buying, you may need to add more options to your site to keep them engaged. Versus if you have a high acquisition, which is new people, okay, I can afford to keep the same thing. Just let's make sure it's in stock. Let's make sure we have good content based around it to keep people engaged and sharing. And, you know, like even today, you told me about your post. You're like, well, only 100 people liked it. I'm like, yeah, but tell me like how many people seen it. You're like, oh, 1,000 people. Yeah, people see your shit all the time. That don't mean they gonna like it.
Right.
But people look, keep scrolling. They might share it. They might save it. But just because they don't physically engage don't mean they don't see it, you know?
Right.
So those are just like small, really small things that I wanted to point out. Again, I have class this Thursday inside of Dr. Shanon's community. I will be giving a full breakdown of sales strategy. I will be giving a full email breakdown to tell you. I will even give you, what should I write? What should I email my people?
What?
How often should I email? What time should I email? I will be covering all that good stuff inside of there. But if you join the first 30 minutes, I think I said a lot. And if you guys have questions, you know, you can go ahead and drop your questions. I'm here for all the marketing, branding, content, all that good stuff. But if you haven't yet, sign up for class Thursday. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. I always over deliver. Always.
Always.
And I also always explain. A lot of people be gatekeeping, like they'll tell you the cute shit, but they don't really tell you like the full ABCD. I'm just the person like, listen, let me just tell you, because you still probably got to pay me to do it, but at least I can tell you, right? You know?
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, if y'all have questions, drop them in the box. I don't see no question. I can't even see the can you see questions?
Yeah, I see the comments coming. I see Lala Create says, I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
Coach
I
Natalie,
can't see
like
reason on my
I want y'all to know something. Like, this is something that even being able to organically market, and when I say organically market, that's me. That's called, for me, I call it willy-nilly skillfully. That means you're doing something just, you know, you pulling stuff out your behind. You kind of don't know what you're doing, but you know you're doing it with intent. You're doing it with motivation. You're doing it to help other people. It's going to grow. If you do anything with passion and purpose, the profit will follow. What happens though is what we do, it's gonna escalate us. I will tell y'all, I've been able to get 7 figures doing things my way. Okay. However, things get stagnant. And after things get stagnant, things start to decline. And if you don't have strategy in place, if you don't have email marketing in place, I've never ever done like Facebook ads and that sort of thing. I'm actually learning that process now, but I just got into formally having a strategy for email marketing. I'm talking about 3 years after I started this journey, right? 7 figures in, I'm just now learning that I could have been 8 figures in by this point. 3 years of not doing it right. And really and truly, I have to thank Ciitii, because what she's been able to do is sit my creative behind down where all of these thoughts are just flying from my brain and say, okay, Shannon, well, let's figure out a clear strategy, a clear path. It still ain't quite clear. We're working on the clarity because of me, because I'm always
clear for her. I know what
projects.
It ain't clear for her. She want to save everybody. You can't save everybody in business. That's the first thing that you learn in marketing. Everybody is not your ideal customer. You have a niche, you have a target audience, you have an avatar, and then you got people. 4 different things. Everybody is not your ideal customer. Somebody said, so what do you think about TikTok ads? What about them? It depends. It is your audience on TikTok, number one. Everybody serves a different platform. I have clients that are Facebook killing it. I have clients that are only Instagram based. I have clients that are TikTok. you have to go where your audience is. A lot of people make the mistake of, if you've been on Instagram for 3 years and now you want to hop over to TikTok, but you don't even have a TikTok strategy. I have always said I do not believe you should post the same content on every platform, because people follow you for different reasons.
Right.
And different methods work on different social platforms. But far as TikTok ads, period. Here's my thing about ads. Before you heavily go throw money into ads, number one, make sure you got a back end set up so you can capture. Number two, make sure, how can I say this politically correct? When it comes to ad spend, I have a guy. He only takes people if they make $10,000, because what happened is your little $200 spending power going against Nike and Gymshark and all these people that's pouring $60,000 a month, right?
Right.
And if you don't have your target audience right, and you just putting ads together on a wing and a prayer, well, you could have been spending that money on influencer marketing. You could have been spending on Google ads. Mm-hmm. I think you just need to know where your audience is before you go pouring it into a certain space. Like if you have an audience for TikTok, go for it. Awesome. Me personally, I believe Google ads are the best. And then I think YouTube, and then I think Facebook, well, TikTok, and then Facebook and Instagram, in that order. But Google, you got to think more people. I know we like to believe everybody on social media, but they're not. But everybody use Google search engine. And you want your business to be SEO ranked on Google. You know, if somebody goes to Google and type in black leggings, you want to pop up in that first 10 searches. So if you haven't invested in SEO, you don't need to worry about ads. You need to be worried about your meta tags. You need to be, and I'm gonna go over all that.
Whoa, Ciitii, slow down. One more time for the person right in front of you. What I need to be worried about now?
Yeah, you know, your meta tags, your product description. You go to certain people's website, they don't even have full product description, or they have generic copy and paste from the vendor. You know, it's a lot of things that'll make your business not thrive outside of sales. Yep. It's traffic, it's how you rank the SEO. It's it's a lot. So we're gonna break that down in class. But I hope that answered your question. I'm not against TikTok ads, but you do need a strategy. And you do need a funnel, so you know where people are coming and going from and how to retarget them. So I think that's the importance of ads. Any more questions?
This is a really good question and a even better breakdown, because everybody thinks that you could just take a piece of content and put it every single place for the same reason. And what I'm starting to find out from my own content that we've been working on, because y'all, Ciitii is also helping me with content strategy as she's coaching me to be a better marketer. She's also coaching me to become more marketable, meaning that like the content that I put out, making sure that it makes more impact and that people are really taking to my messaging. So yeah, when I got my little 100 likes, y'all, I'm used to getting like 5, 6 likes. I do my thing in my community. I do my thing on YouTube, but to me, Instagram is something that I left for almost 2 years, and then I tried to revive it. And here we are now. My Instagram content and it is almost totally different from what I do on YouTube, which may even be totally different from what I do inside of my community. And Ciitii is helping me start to cut that down, because I was just taking the same stuff and just putting it everywhere. And then when it doesn't get the looks, now I'm kind of like, not necessarily shadow banned, but the algorithm is going to notice nobody is liking that content. So it's going to stop suggesting me to people. So right. If something that you're interested in, people getting which you should be interested in it. If you're on this page and you're in this world, you are interested in getting attention, because attention equals dollars, right? Yeah. So on different platforms, you're going to hold people's attention differently. So thank you, Ciitii, for helping me with that too.
Yeah, and just to point this out, a lot of people get caught up in selling a product. The product sell itself. You know how like they say dope sell itself? Like you don't have to go find the druggies. I won't call them crackheads. But you don't have to go find the druggies. The druggies gonna find where the drugs at, right? So if you dope, they're gonna find you. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people get so caught up on selling a product, which most of these products are not something that was just created. Like I can buy a t-shirt down the street at Walmart or something, you know? So what happens is people get caught up in your brand story, your brand messaging, and a lot of people brand message is not clear. That's the first problem they have when it comes to marketing. It's like, tell me, you know, I always get people when I say, hey, do you have a brand? What do I always ask you for? Oh, I always ask people like, tell me your brand motto. And then I ask them like, do you have like a brand message? Do you have a vision? It's just like a lot of people start the business, just throw it up against the wall, you know, and then pray for the best. Versus sometimes you do have to be strategic at the top of the funnel to gain interest, because and we're going to go over the funnel inside of the class. I don't want to go over it, but the very top of any funnel is called awareness, right? And that's how you get somebody's attention. Where I click on your Instagram page and I like your aesthetics, or I click on your Instagram page and I like how you post, or I like your skits. That's the reason why I followed you. Now, the reason why I may buy from you may be a different reason why I follow. And I think a lot of people think that I can follow somebody all day and I ain't gonna purchase nothing they got going on, because I don't, you know, I like you, but I don't need your service, or I don't need your product. So how do you get people to buy into your product? How do you get people to buy into you? You know, we all sell bags, we all sell t-shirts. Somebody sell an ebook that talk about nutrition. Everybody got a workout plan, but what makes you different, you know? Yeah. So, and that's another thing that I always tell people in any industry, you know, there's 5 people. Will you be the top 5 people? If I say, hey, Dr. Shannon, give me 5 e-com coaches. In your mind, you have your top 5. Say, hey, give me 5 graphic designers. 5 people in your mind. That's the same thing with your brand. Are you in somebody's top 5? You know, that's a good way to say, am I marketable? Is my business serving its purpose? You know, there's I don't want to give too much. I got class.
Look,
I have class.
Look, listen, we you done gave enough information to truly execute on tonight. So what I want to see, because we done had y'all here with I don't want to call it lurking, because you actually, you know, you're here, but we ain't interacting right now. What is your biggest takeaway so far? Matter of fact, what are you going to take away? What are you going to execute on that you learned tonight? Because one thing about it, Ciitii will tell me, like, we talk about nothing else you do what I already told you to do. Oh, look, we didn't discuss this. You did this. You went off the path. I need you to do this. And when we do this, then we can move on to the next thing. She has given us all kind of strategy tonight. Ask yourself, are you in somebody's top 5? And what do you want to be in somebody's top 5 of? What's that category?
What do you want to be?
Ciitii, when you just said that, my mind is blown now, because I'm in too many different spaces. And I have to narrow it. Look, she's like, I've been told you that. And you want to act like you like it's brand new on this live. Listen, I know. And this is why I'm pulling myself back. But what I'm doing now is I'm putting my coaches in place where they can be the person of that area, of the Shopify, of the Photoshop, of the, helping people take and a custom market and really brand it into a real strategy they can do locally and online.
He said,
and that way,
Googling.
Yeah.
Googling SEO. SEO is just search engine optimizing. That's basically how somebody pull up something. Search engine. They can use meta tags. Meta tags is like keywords or description, black leggings, green headband, you know, things like that. That's what SEO stands for, search engine optimize. So it's like when you go to your website, all your product descriptions should have certain keywords in them that will trigger when somebody is on Google and they're searching in the search engine that'll help your business rank. There's things on the back end that you have to include, like back tags and paid articles to help the awareness of your brand look authentic. And there's a lot of things that go into SEO. I personally do not do SEO. I just study SEO so I can understand SEO, so I can help clients. But the first thing is you want to make sure that your business is registered in Google. A lot of people make that mistake. They don't have their Google Analytics account set up. So that's one very important thing. Make sure your Google Analytics account is set up, and then go from there.
I love it. So she gave you an actionable step tonight. Get your Google Analytics set up. Basically, you need to have a Google My Business. If you can't Google My Business, then look up Google My Business, and you'll see that it is an actual registration that you do with Google. So type in Google My Business and get started on that. If that's your executable for tonight, how many of your businesses are not Googleable right now? Like if I Google your business, will I be able to give a 5-star rating? I tell you what, anybody that dropped the name of their business right now, I'll go tonight and I'll give you a 5-star rating. Because I'm telling you, we did this in our community, and we were able to get our accelerators pumping because nobody had any 5-star ratings yet. As soon as you start getting 5-star ratings, then Google starts to say, hey, who is this business? You're doing some things over here. People like who you are.
Yep.
So share your business tonight, and I'm a screenshot right here, and I'll go give you a review right now to build your business. But if you don't have it set up, then how can people help build your business?
Right.
Okay. Kiana's Creations, I got you. I'm look, y'all finna get some reviews tonight if you go ahead and just share, and if you have it ready. But if you're not ready, then that's one of the things I want you to know that you need to get ready. So Ciitii just gave y'all a super gem with that one. Google My Business. Yep.
So do anybody else got any more questions? And here's another thing too. When people go live, y'all don't be scared to ask questions, because I tell people all the time, I charge a lot of money for people to ask me questions.
What?
So if you see somebody on live, they like, hey, ask me a question. Ask. Do not be scared. No question is a dumb question, and it's free. You don't have to pay for it. Versus paying me $500 to talk to you for 30 minutes. Or, well, I don't charge $500. I definitely charge more than that. But I'm just giving you a scenario, you know. So yeah, ask your question, guys. If it's not any more questions, I appreciate you guys. And class is Thursday, 8 p.m. Get your notebooks, your pen, your paper. Make sure y'all tap in. I will be there. Long-winded and all. I get straight to the point. I talk fast.
and action-packed, full of information. So for any of us who are literally looking for, okay, what do I need to do? Ciitii provided a whole blueprint in this class, like showing you exactly what you need to be emailing about, the frequency of the emailing, how you need to be posting for social media. Like this is literally what our sessions consist of. I'm telling you, you can't even be one of Ciii's clients without applying. So it's not like an automatic situation, but you all get to experience that in this class. You get to experience being a client of Ciii's where she's directing your business. And if you've never had marketing direction, if you've never had business strategy direction, if you've never had someone look at your product and say, you know what, here is an exact schedule of how you should be pushing and promoting this thing and the methods to which you push and promote it, then you need to be in this class, because it's going to help you structure. Like, I'm very creative. I'm actually very successful in doing this willy-nilly skillfully. But had I had the proper like strategy that we do right now in place 2 years ago, oh my God, it would be exponential, the success I would have right now. So I'm saying that because I know what Ciitii has helped me do in these short months of helping whip me into shape and helping me to craft my message, craft how I am communicating with my people, my tribe. Like, these people are here for me, and I'm just serving them by not giving them what they really deserve. All right. So that's the truth there. So come on to this class, learn how to do your email marketing, learn how to do your text message marketing, and also post it on social media to let people know who you are, what you do, without always being so salesy. And I'm learning that, right?
Nobody likes a salesman. Most people, when you go to the car dealership, you know what you want to buy. It's just all about the deal that you get. So you don't have to sell anything to anybody. It's just the message has to be right and the price has to be right. That's like the only two things you really need to worry about. Going into sales season, like I said, your business, you're going to be running sales back to back. You got Labor Day, you got breast cancer, you got Halloween, you got Thanksgiving, you got Black Friday, you got Christmas. That's almost 7 sales most businesses are about to run back to back. And most people don't even have enough clients or customer retention to run that many sales. You're going to drip them dry somewhere. Right. And most people are going to hold out and feel like, oh, let me just try to do Black Friday. Again, you have to figure out in your business, what makes the most money? When do your people shop the most? And again, you have to understand patterns. A lot of people right now, economically, is not just spending money with, oh, you know, one thing that's really important, I made Dr. Shanon do this too, payment options.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have to make sure your website is eligible for payment options, because right now the average American is not spending cold hard cash. They're spending credit, which is Afterpay, Klarna, Affirm,
right,
Shop Pay. So make sure you have these third party. You can apply if you have a Shopify platform. You have to apply to get approved, but make sure you have these third parties set up. And also, you guys, you can have multiple, because somebody can get declined on Klarna and may get approved on Afterpay or Affirm, because each one requires a different soft credit check.
Yeah.
So don't limit yourself to just one. But I promise you, if you include these third party shop apps, you will see sale increase, because most people are shopping now and paying later type method.
Mm-hmm.
So that's very important, especially going into sales season. It's really important, you guys, that also, never mind, that's for class.
Yep.
Just make sure you get those. Yeah, because I was about to start rambling. But just make sure, you guys, that's one thing I really, really, really want to touch on before sales season start. Please at least have 2 payment options available at checkout for your customers. And you can do it with, if you have digital services, service-based products can use third-party payment processors too. So that's very important.
I want to test that in one day. That play right there. And now I hate to call it a play. It's not a play, but that strategy right there. That one made me an extra $6,000 at the close of when I was doing my offer. And it's like, well, this one didn't work. The full payment wasn't the situation. It was one of them. What is it? Either Afterpay or Affirm didn't work for them, and then they were able to literally go use one of the other payment options. If I
you can use Bezel. There's a lot of them out there now.
All of those, you got to have those set up, because literally this person was these people were, because it was multiple people that were so interested. But if one doesn't work for them and the other one does, like, they're willing to keep trying because they want that bad to get to your product.
Yep.
We don't know sometimes that people want our product that bad because we only have one option, and if they couldn't work it, then they just walk away. So we've got to start listening to you, Ciitii. We've got to start applying what you're saying. And that's why I like to give you your flowers and tell you when it worked, and tell you in front of other people too, because too many times, whether we're paying for information or receiving free information, we're not executing. And I'm telling you, what works is the work. And Ciitii is literally helping to guide me on my path of being a better marketer, being more prepared when it comes to strategy of my sales, and even like selling without sales, like selling without discounts. Can y'all imagine? Like, that's an actual strategy. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could
don't get discounts because I hate discounts. Every time you email me like 20%, I'm like, that ain't what we talking about.
It's not. And listen, I am recovering from that disease of discountitis, and I will say that it has really truly helped my business, and it's helped people to value my business too. That's what it.
You're gonna lose people along the way. You can't be afraid of like, oh, well, they're not gonna buy. Well, they weren't your ideal customer anyway.
That's it.
They was only here to get stuff for free, because you got to think you're discounting your service, but then your time ain't equaling the discount. You still giving them a full hour for a 50% off discount? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm discounting some, my time getting discounted. Time getting cut too. If I say 50% off, y'all getting 50% less time. This is how I operate. I would not be on here for 2 hours and you paid me $39.99, and I know I'm worth $300.99. No. So y'all gotta keep that in y'all mind too. Sometimes slow money is better than no money. You know what I'm saying? Don't be so thirsty to be trying to ramp it up, because then you build a bad culture, and it's hard to break away from bad business practices.
Yes, it is. It is very difficult.
Business.
I heard that. I don't know nothing personally about it, but I heard that it was very difficult to break away from those habits. So listen, I want to tell y'all, please join us in this class on Thursday, because y'all want to be ready for Black Friday. Yeah. Y'all want to be amped up for these seasons that are coming upon us, which are some of the heaviest spending seasons of this year. Fourth quarter Like you got to be ready.
And if you're close out trade, listen, a lot of people, they probably didn't make a lot of money this year, but Black Friday will put them back in the game.
Yep.
Simply one holiday. They know their audience. They probably ain't really been releasing them going heaven, but they probably stocking up on Black Friday. And I always tell people, pick 3 people in your industry. And I ain't talking about the girl that stole your idea down the street. I'm talking like people like that's actually making money, you know, in your industry. And just pay attention to, you know, their rollouts, their campaigns, what kind of sign up for the email list.
Right.
I signed up for so many people emails just because I want to see what type of emails are they sending, how frequently are they sending, what is the message, what's the tone, how salesy are they, you know. I study a lot of different big corporations. And you know what's crazy? I'm going to tell you too, all y'all people that want to be like luxury, uppity, and act like the everyday person ain't your ideal customer. And again, I ain't knocking you, but look at Neiman's Market. They are about to either go bankrupt or they have to partner with another, either Saks or somebody, because they didn't want the broke people. That's what their CEO said. I don't want broke people shopping at my store. Right. Typically broke people are ignorant people that lack financial guidance, right? The average millionaire probably got a pair of Nikes and some shorts from Walmart. It'd be the broke people trying to impress people that want to go spend $7,000 outfit. Okay? So you have to be careful excluding certain cultures and people of how they look, because some people are willing to drop a $400 bag on a t-shirt that says Gucci because it's a look for them.
Right.
And to each his own. But in your business, understand the culture. Your ideal person versus who actually shop for you, be very mindful of that. I tell my clients that all the time. They're like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like, but what do your customers like? Because you ain't the one that's buying this stuff. What do they like? What do they want? Ask them, do polls. I get coming from a business owner, there's certain things that you don't, but you have to understand where your customer stands. Right. And you have to understand who shops and buys with you.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So with that being said, sales season 2, stop trying to jack up the price on people just because you feel like you can. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, if you don't have that type of brand where people are willing to drop a Gucci or Yeezy price because of the name, be more reasonable. Understand who's buying from you, you know? Right. So that's really important. I want to point that out because for some reason sales season comes, people lose their mind.
Yeah, well, we ain't losing our mind. We're gonna stick to the strategy. Listen, we have a full strategy planned out the same way that Ciitii sits with me. Like she has put a whole month's worth of strategy into this one class for Thursday. So please understand, this is what I and Ciitii personally do and go through in our sessions. And she's curated a whole experience for you all to help you hit the ground running. Because one thing we want to see is we want to see your success, because that is really our success. So we want to thank you so much. Ciitii, thank you so much. I know what your time is worth. I literally get invoiced for the time, so I know what the time is worth. So
I literally get invoiced for the time.
Listen, everybody tonight, please understand this is a true gem. This is a value. Show the people who are willing to take the underdogs and the little people and to give them the sauce, give them the matter that matters so that you can turn it into something. I want to make sure that we're showing that appreciation, that we're showing up, and that we also execute. So I will see you on class on Thursday. Ciitii, I know you're going to be in the space. You're going to give them full action pack. Make certain that you have a notepad and pencil, because when I tell you Ciitii puts it down, she puts it all the way down. Your pencil. I don't know if y'all know this. I've been over here typing notes this whole time. I'm still catching gems. So please be in the space. Do this for yourself. Do this for your business, for your family, for your legacy. And make sure that if you reach out to us at Innate Academy, we got you. It's the first thing. Your beautiful picture is right there, first thing on the webpage, so that as soon as they come to Innate Academy, they can go ahead and enroll in your class.
Yeah, y'all.
So
make sure y'all sign up for my class. I want my class to be packed Thursday. Tell a friend to pull up. Okay.
Pull up.
Tell them.
Y'all bring a friend.
I'll see y'all Thursday. I'm so excited. And thank you for having me. You know, I don't really be on these internet streets like that, but for you,
well, when you do come out, you always bring the thunder and the lightning. So we appreciate you, and I recognize it. I recognize it. So when you showing up, I hope we show up just as much as I know you're gonna show out. So thank you, Ciitii. We'll see you Thursday. Bye.
See you Thursday.
All right, y'all. I will see y'all Thursday. I hope you don't miss this experience. Ciitii is definitely one of the best. She is the ghost behind some of your favorite brands. Please be there and make sure that you come with your questions, your notes, okay? We need y'all in the building. Come on. Ciitii is ready to help us build our email marketing, our text message marketing, and also our social media strategy. All right? So let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Hey, Jalen. All right, y'all have a great one. Love y'all. Bye.